Okay, I'm not muted anymore. Good evening. I'm David Reimer with the Texas Storm Chasers at 6:49 p.m. in the evening, the 9th of April 2021, a Friday. We now have multiple severe thunderstorms capable and with a history of producing damaging hail. As we talked about a bit earlier, we had the expectation the cap was going to break in North Texas on the dry line, and it has done so. We're watching three storms right now. Storm number one is over Venus, moving into Midlothian. The potential for golf ball to tennis ball size hail moving down Highway 287 into Waxahachie soon. Storm number two, history of producing golf ball and larger size hail, also capable of producing hail up to the size of tennis balls, now south of Maypearl, east of Grandview. This storm is east of Interstate 35W. If you are on 35W between Fort Worth and Hillsboro, you're okay to go. I can't rule out another storm trying to fire up on the interstate over the next few hours, but for now, you're good. And then we're going to look at storm number three in just a second. That is out east, southeast of Henderson. That storm has a history of producing baseball-sized hail and is starting to show increased low-level rotation. All right, we're going to press that, we're going to press that, we're going to press that, and there we go. So again, storm number one, south side of Midlothian, east of Venus, moving towards Waxahachie, potential for tennis ball size hail in Waxahachie in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Storm number two, south of Maypearl, east of Grandview now, potential for tennis ball size hail in Italy in the next 30 minutes. Those two storms are not moving very quickly. A dangerous thunderstorm with a history now producing baseball size hail just southeast of Henderson over the last 5 minutes, moving northeast towards Beckville and Carthage. This is going to be crossing Highway 79 over the next 20 minutes. And we do note it is showing increased low-level rotation. We weren't dealing with low-level rotation very much earlier, but this storm's in somewhat of a more favorable environment to support tornado genesis. So those of you in Beckville, Carthage, Tatum, I mean, we dealt with this on March 25th. Just don't be shocked if this thing ends up going tornado warned in the next 20 minutes or so. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So again, storm southeast of Henderson, going to be crossing Highway 79 about 5 to 8 miles east of Henderson. Baseball size hail is occurring on Highway on the Highway 259 southeast of Henderson right now. We have two severe storms now capable of producing tennis ball size hail. First storm is going to be over Venus, Midlothian, moving southeast towards Waxahachie. Potential for tennis ball size hail in Waxahachie in the next 20 minutes. Storm number two, south of Maypearl, now east of Grandview. The storm produced hail up to the size of 2 inches in diameter in Grandview as it was initiating about 20 minutes ago. This storm could produce tennis ball size hail on Interstate 35E near Carl's Corner, Milford, Italy in the next 30 minutes. Compared to the northern storm, this one that's south of Maypearl isn't moving very fast. This one up near Venus is moving a bit more quickly, the east-southeast. So again, damaging hailstorms, two of them moving into Ellis County now. First one's just south of Midlothian near Venus, moving towards Waxahachie. Second one, south of Maypearl, moving towards Italy and Milford, Interstate 35E. Both storms could produce tennis ball size hail, maybe larger. If they ramp up, we could easily get into the baseball category without too much difficulty. Either way, you don't want to be near windows when these storms get there. Storm number three is in East Texas, southeast of Henderson, moving east-northeast at about 30 miles an hour, capable and with a history of producing baseball-size hail. This is a dangerous thunderstorm capable of not only producing baseball-size hail and strong winds, but we are a bit concerned about some low-level rotation trying to develop as well. So that is something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Those of you in Tatum, Beckville, Carthage, keep an eye on this storm carefully. At the least, you're going to have hail issues. At worst, you might end up having a tornado threat develop. Just keep an eye out, okie dokie. So that is what we have going on right now. Let me turn off the local radar. We'll take a look at the regional radar. We've got strong storms near Lufkin. They are not severe at this point, but could have small hail, gusty winds, and heavy rain. We've got ping pong ball size hail falling in Venus right now. We've got a baseball size hail southeast of Henderson. At this point, storms are south of Dallas and Fort Worth and would stay that way unless we get a storm to pop up back on the dry line, which is near Weatherford. Can't rule that out. Storms so far have not materialized in central Texas, which is good. Can't rule out a storm trying to go up there, though. For now, we have 2 storms just south of the DFW Metroplex, both capable of producing golf ball to tennis ball size hail. Can't rule out hail trying to get even larger than that, especially with this storm on the south side of Midlothian near Venus right now that seems to be ramping up. Again, conditions, just like yesterday, are extremely favorable for big-time hail. We're talking very large to giant hail. Giant hail is the baseball to softball category. We haven't had anything reported with these 2 storms above the size of 2 inches yet. But, again, both these storms are going to be capable of producing significant hail damage. Northern Storm is near Midlothian right now, might be undergoing a split, which would result in the left split here in Midlothian trying to turn more into southeast Dallas County. We'll have to see if that happens. The right split over Venus would tend to move more south-southeast towards Maypearl. Storm number 2, Southern Storm, northwest of Milford near Italy, moving towards Italy, capable of producing golf ball size hail. This one produced golf ball to Hennig, 2-inch in diameter size hail back in Grandview. If what I think is happening, this splitting supercell that is up in Midlothian to Venus may tend to zap the energy out of this storm near Maypearl. If that happens, the Maypearl storm to the Milford storm is going to weaken or be ingested by the potentially becoming dominant supercell up here near Venus and Midlothian. So, again, what it looks like right now is we have a split going on. Split would mean this one would move northeast into southeast Dallas County. Southern split would move towards Maypearl, Italy, maybe passing just south of Waxahachie. Both could be hailers, so that is something we're going to have to watch for. Then we've got the 3rd storm that is in East Texas, just southeast of Henderson, with baseball-size hail reported. Now southeast of Henderson on Highway 259. The storm's going to be moving towards... Sorry, multitasking. Moving towards Tatum, Beckville, and Carthage, eventually crossing Highway 149 in that area. We're going to keep an eye out for signs of low-level rotation, but so far it's weak. But it is an environment with intensifying low-level wind shear, so we'll keep an eye on it. We note there are numerous severe storms with hail and damaging winds in Louisiana, northern Louisiana. Looks like we've got a tornado warning northwest of Tupelo, Mississippi. So, just for situational awareness. But in terms of stuff going on in North Texas, this is what we have just south of the DFW Metroplex. At this point, we do not have storms in Tarrant, Dallas, Denton, Collin counties. We're still keeping an eye on the dry line. Let me turn on the satellite data real quick. We'll see if we can get a view. Let me turn off that. We still have a few cumulus clouds on the dry line from near Benbrook to Justin. At this point, the dry line there doesn't look like it's going to fire up. We've had attempts at convection firing from near Blanco to Burnett to west of Temple and Waco. That activity hasn't taken off yet. So the only storms on the dry line we're dealing with right now are 2, about to be 3 supercell thunderstorms in northwestern Ellis, eastern Johnson, and southwestern Ellis. So I guess the western half of Ellis County and eastern Johnson County. We've got a splitting supercell between Venus and Midlothian. What the split's going to do is the left split over Midlothian is going to move more north-northeast towards probably Glen Heights, DeSoto, maybe towards Hutchins and Wilmer. Could have hail with that. Large hail. South split may tend to move more south-southeast towards Italy. May skirt just south of Waxahachie, depending on how far south it turns. That storm is capable of producing tennis ball-size hail. And then we've got a supercell that is east of Grandview, south of Maypearl, north of Milford, just northwest of Italy. This storm has a history of producing golf ball and larger size hail. It's going to be crossing Interstate 35E soon, in about 20 minutes or less, very near Italy. Again, all these storms today are going to be capable of being big-time hailers. So let's take a zoom out now that we're coming up to 7 o'clock, and let's turn off that. We're going to turn on the regional radar, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of city names displayed. I apologize, but we'll do an overview. high wind. I'm David Reimer with the Texas Storm Chasers, coming up on 7 p.m. on Friday, the 9th of April, 2021, monitoring multiple severe thunderstorms, a couple of which are just south of DFW. One is near Henderson, Texas, and East Texas, moving towards Carthage and Tatum. As a reminder, we're only going to be talking about the most intense storms. If you want to track storms near you, you can do so using our interactive weather radar on our website at texasstormchasers.com/radar, or just downloading our free mobile app and using the radar in that. So let's get back to covering the storms. Again, few in numbers, but quite significant in intensity. We have about to be 3 severe thunderstorms just south of the Metroplex in western Ellis County. The storms near Midlothian Venus, what was 1, is becoming 2, splitting supercells. Left split is going to move more north-northeast into southeast Dallas County, so we might have hail issues in southern Dallas County here in the next 20 minutes. Right split is going to try and dive towards Maypearl, maybe past just southwest of Waxahachie. If for some reason it moves more east-southeast, it could still move into Waxahachie. I don't want folks in Waxahachie to think they're out of the woods. We just got a report of hail larger than the size of a baseball just southeast of Henderson. So let's go look at this storm. That's going to be with this storm. So this storm is now producing what would be considered giant hail. That is larger than the size of a baseball. Extremely dangerous situation with destructive hail that can punch through roofs, destroy windows easily, turn cars into literal golf balls. So again, this is a very severe thunderstorm with a history now of producing giant hail in excess of the size of a baseball. 3 inches in diameter, moving towards Tatum, Beckville, Highway 149. If it keeps on this motion, it'll stay northwest of Carthage. If it turns a little more to the right, it'll move more closely to Carthage. All right, we've got other strong storms, by the way, that are capable of producing small hail across East Texas. We're only talking about the most intense storms out of respect for the fact they're the most threatening to life and property. All right, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning now for southeastern Dallas County. This is going to run until 7:45 p.m. Includes Cedar Hill, Duncanville, DeSoto, Glen Heights, Lancaster, Wilmer, Hutchins. Let's see, Balk Springs, Mesquite, downtown Dallas, Sunnyvale, south side of Rowlett, and Seagoville. For the left split supercell, that's going to be the one that is now just northeast of Midlothian, moving northeast towards Dallas County. Now let me press some buttons on here, and we'll see if we can get some storm tracks. There we go. It's going to be for this storm. Now, it might move a little more northerly than what this track is showing. Keep that in mind. So those of you in South Dallas, you know what? Let's do it this way. We're going to make our own storm track, moving northeast at 35 or so. Very good. I don't have to make manual storm tracks very often. I honestly forgot how in the 2 weeks I haven't had to do this, but here we go. All right, we'll do this, do that. Moving northeast at about, we'll do 30 for now, but it might end up being a bit more than that. So it's going to be a severe thunderstorm, the left splitting supercell capable of producing quarter to golf ball size hail moving up into southern Dallas County over the next 15 to 20 minutes. So those of you in DeSoto, Lancaster, Glen Heights, Red Oak, Ovilla, you're probably going to be dealing with hail over the next few minutes. If this storm continues, it'll move into southeast Dallas, passing just east of Cockrell Hill, moving up towards Balk Springs, Mesquite, Sunnyvale, south side of Rowlett, south side of Garland. In about 30 to 40 minutes, potential for quarter to golf ball size hail. If the hail core maintains itself, it could be closer to golf ball size hail. The right split supercell, this one could produce tennis ball to baseball size hail now from just south of Venus, south side of Midlothian, moving towards southwest of Waxahachie, Maypearl, eventually crossing Interstate 35E. It could be soon, but it might take an hour. Sometimes right